Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and innovative and amazing, spectacular, wondrous propaganda cast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Hero, Psych, Defender of the Farland, your Lord and Master, off here to a 1v1 own glorious Vilshanka. In the west, it is Jimmy, fighting here for the Oberkommando Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role of the 170th Panzer Brigade, the Luftwaffe Ground Forces Special Operations, and Overwatch with Triple Infantry versus East. It is, I believe, Cheese-Tonkatsu, fighting here for the Brits, the Commonwealth, the, Guards Armoured Division here with Royal Artillery, Special Tactical Support, actually, and Commander Regiment with Double Infantry and a Saber Bulletin here, fighting up here, well, we mentioned that, the Guards Armoured. And it's got the Tonkatsu here versus the Sturm Pioneer, and more folks on the way there for Jimmy. At least I've been told this is Cheese Tonkatsu, I don't know. Third section on the way there for him, so please don't shoot me or hang me or whatever. Heading further on the fuel point then, as always, oh, wait, let's shoot him here. Big push already. But, big thanks to the Patreon supporters, because they're joining Patreon yourself or donating, links in the description, or comment, like, share, and subscribe to keep the YouTube algorithm from tearing my face off. Just about that. Sectioning northwards, and a quick reminder for those who are wondering, can I get my Google account back? No, because Google account recovery is currently automated fully, and it's utter nonsense, so no. Yeah, I mean, again, that's big tech companies for you. They only care about the bottom line, and they get a bigger bottom line, so they cut out as many human beings as possible, so not happening, I think. And with some folks to the Sturm Pioneers for Jimmy, more folks section on the way there for Cheese Tonkatsu. In the south here, we got second infantry point there. More folks are there for Jimmy. Basically trying to stay clear of the German centre, and the Germans, of course, trying to stay clear of any potential Brit blob. But at the same time, after a certain point, once the end of the Brits hit their critical mass, they become much harder to deal with. So he's going to of course, have to get some counters for a potential blob here from Mr. Tonkatsu. Fourth section on the way there, sandbags up here, a lot of sandbagging there. Thumbs up to Mr. Tonkatsu on that one. Second about the Cheese, I guess he's a bit faster out there. Cheese. And there's ground points here, ground points there. Folks moving about here, section moving out there for the British. In the south section, going to attack here towards the centre. Lots of barbed wire there from Jimmy. We got mines here. No, decided not to go for the mines. Shots being fired around here in the south. We've got a British push down the centre. Jimmy may, of course, want to take up at a reasonably decent pace to get out at least a fast machine gun, or maybe rush out a flak half track here versus the British, versus the ones the Guards Arm there. Go full retreat in the centre. Got a huge convergence of British infantry there. Conversion, blah. Anyways, just a huge assembly of British infantry attacking there, going on straight for the fuel point. It's going to be tough there for Mr. Jimmy. He's going for another full squad. He's going to meet loads of British infantry with loads of German infantry. So up here pushing for the fuel point there. One full squad up against two sections. Going to be tough to two with the third one on the way there. Jimmy knows it, but he also knows he can't actually allow him to clear out the point. Fourth squad almost done. We got tech down there for the British. We'll have to see what he does next. Sandbags there by the fuel point. Very good. Obviously, not for the Germans. It's going to make it even hard to push out there. So this is definitely a problem. Then again, he will need to take up soon to bring out some sort of, partly just getting access to the incendiary grenades and to save. Actually, should wait for going in there until he has the incendiary grenades, and that way he can surprise them in heavy cover, which will then coordinate with the attack here. But I guess he just wants disrupt, open up the attack here. That works too. That works too. Make no mistake. But maybe this could have been slightly more neatly executed, and we could pop it now. It doesn't have the munitions for it, so never mind. Our way though. British forces are overwhelmed by sheer German tenacity and raw numbers, and the Senegal fortress the section here. 100 Granada will be definitely helpful there for Jimmy to gain the upper hand over the Cheese Tonkatsu. Snub on another for the British to put further pressure on the Germans, make their lives miserable. Interesting enough, no incendiary grenade here. Folks attacking from the north, grabbing the northern fuel point there. Very good. Truck moving a bit further backwards. I'm guessing it'll be about the headquarters. Again, could be mechanized. Both options are obviously. No, cancels the snub. Instead goes to the AC here, perhaps sensing he could leave himself vulnerable to, say, a flak half attack or a fast look, so he goes to the snub. He instead commits to that one. Or perhaps he's just got a tinkling spider, so I don't know. Battle headquarters up there for the German army. The comfortable Hauptquartier, of course, means flak half tracks, like infantry guns, medics. We'll, of course, have to see where all of that leads for Jimmy. Back here, healing, being forced to go on there. We got the AC almost requisition, and then go for the sappers. Got the centre victory point south, seeing very little action there from either side. Comfortable Hauptquartier going up there for Jimmy. Also, big thanks to Mayor Me for donating and supporting the propaganda cast, by the way. Big thanks to you, Mayor Me, helping there, keeping the propaganda cast running. Thumbs up to you, along with all the Patreon supporters. Anyway, sappers almost done there for Mr. Cheese Tonkatsu, heading from the northern point there in the centre. big blob again here from the British. Again, suppressive firepower is going to be very handy-dandy here for Jimmy. Are they MG34s or flak half-track? The flak half-track obviously putting a very large jackboot down on such tactics much harder, but on the other hand is so much more vulnerable to the AC and just getting hard countered by it. So I would say not fault him for not going for the same, going for the MG34, but the Brit block kind of works like he can almost ignore just walking straight into an MG34. Like I've certainly seen times where they just walk straight and then beat the machine gun. So there's certainly some consideration there for Jimmy. We'll have to see what he goes for. But he definitely, I think, needs to go for some sort of suppressive weapon here. Otherwise, the British are going to be very tough here for him to deal with. Sturmskräften's taking a pretty bad spot, though. And without cover, the section's very vulnerable there. Could actually pop a concussion grenade against all the bounce up section. Pretty handy. Bandhandgranate instead. Okay, that works too. Forces them to be spread out a bit. Does some nice damage, but I think the concussion grenade was nice. He does go for the flak half-track. That's pretty bold there. Another Bandhandgranate against the British. Looking to burn them out, lead them out. Almost got a section mark. If you get the wipe here, that'd be pretty big for Jimmy here versus Cheese Stun cuts it. But nope, doesn't get the wipe, doesn't get the wipe. Does lose access to the fuel again. We got the AC out as well. Flak half-track halfway done. We'll have to see if he cancels the flak half-track in response to the AC or what he does. Squad up north, I could also move in there. Might again, let's out there. Might be able to get the section there wipe, which again would be quite significant for Jimmy and the Germans. Which almost sounds like some sort of 50s pop band from Argentina. In the south there, point's being grabbed.
Go ahead. Ready for orders.
AC firing right there. The folks going inside the building. They're quickly popping out. Got the calf point. He has cancelled the flak half-track and responded to the AC, going for the Kenman instead. Makes a lot of sense, since again, the AC very much stomps down the flak half-track very hard and aggressively. Taking for the south here. The Kednev out there for Jimmy. Sam's in a bit of trouble here with the Germans. Sandbags wrecked there. The British having none of that, and bolted sections well, of course, making all the infantry force got much more formidable once they did upgrade, reinforce fully. That's again, I think going to really strain there, Jimmy, to force him into like going for some suppressive weapons, because it's going to be very difficult to deal with all these in a large section, in particular if Cheese Stun cuts insist on you wielding them like a, well, you know, large block object. Okay, landing great hit on the AC though. But still can take 2 more hits, so obviously not in the fight yet, and Mr. Cheese Stun cuts it here, clearly intending to get as much as he can out of it before he has to treat it. Wooden cart, though, instead has to pay the sins here of the British armoured cart. And the Kednev can't hit. Up north they can hit the fuel point there, as he's trying to hit his opponent's on the fuel point up north here. Bit of stand between the sections, and the folks need to retreat. Marmundorf here, small bit of help there, but no force to further exploit this. Will slow down his British opponent. Troops are shooting back there. No immediate response here again to the northern bit. A Panthers in the AC. Pushing another calf point. They might try and take it out here. Up north, we got a bit shooting there. And where the Sturmpan is actually, they're all forgotten in the south. It seems like Jimmy is perhaps a bit stressed out here against Cheese Stun cuts. He just keeps hitting all the places. And he's going for the Kednev of the flak half-track now, anyways. Interesting. That feels a bit risky. So you can get all the harassment that's going on there, but again, he may just decide, you know, unless he gets something to like bring the infantry under control hard, and I guess if he likes the flak half that, he might not. It may not matter anyways. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. Bandhandgranate there will be useful. For some reason, refuse to do that though. Back here, reinforcing. Flak half-track halfway done. At least he's got his opponent cut off from the fuel as well now, so there's a small win there for Jimmy against the British. AC, they need repairs. Fixing it up.
Armored car here. What next?
Folks to the section there.
Mark 3,
The AC, the AC and AC stands for Associated Equipment Company, which basically manufacturers of the armoured car. It's also, I think, the heaviest armoured car of the war, as actually included parts from including old British heavy tanks, or infantry tanks to be specific. Fun fact there. But there you go, 251-70 out there for Jimmy. Again, a really bold choice here with the AC up, but he must feel like he can actually deal with it. And again, he must also feel like he really just wants to stomp on the British infantry, and that flak half-track is really good at stomping infantry. Make no mistake. In particular, once it becomes amazing versus infantry. But the the trick is getting there, particularly with the AC on the field. So it's a pretty ballsy move there by Jimmy, but if it works, it works. No mistake there. Still, he's got almost both viewpoints control. However briefly, he almost has it there. Almost. But again, it's very brief, and there you go. Maybe sort of see the AC. I mean, right way, first encounter there. The flat half track is with the AC. Gets lucky there, though. Partly the train makes it up the AC to just dash after it, but also there's a lot of faults between it and the AC, and there you go. Counter fasting it. I can with the can't assist and deal with it, but even then, it is, I suppose, slight help there for Jimmy. And the British going for a sniper here to bleed out the Germans, the Harrys, the filthy hands. There you go, section of fire here from the flak half track, 251-17. Back here, troop reinforcing, healing.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Grabbing the northern victory point. In fact, we got a nice victory point lead here for Jimmy over Cheesestone character, so pretty good play by the German player there. In the south, the British troops advancing for the British Empire. Need to fix up that flak half track though. And we got the sniper almost done. Worth noting, not a lot of upgrades yet there for the troops. Feel like this is a bit risky, to be honest, by Jimmy at the moment. There you go. Section grabbed, almost getting a wipe here, in fact. Getting a wipe would obviously be very good for the Germans, but once more, the British turn out to have very bulletproof buttocks. Troops moving out there. Around the northern point, flak half turret being fixed up, southern point's being seized up. There's the British army sweeps through. Still, continuing control of the cup points. Good for Jimmy there. Got another Panzerfaust in the AC, preventing from moving out. Again, giving the flak half tech more freedom until again moves out in the field. Keeping the Kenro close, very good. Truck out, setting up the spare punted quarters. Allowing him to technically maybe slightly rest. Now Cheesestone cuts in, field is back, going with the flak half tech against an AC. Very good by Jimmy. Again, he's actually managed to really turn this around against the British. Getting around, you know, the huge blobbing, all that, and early on, very good there, very good.
AEC ready to move.
But the AC remains, I think, an almost ticking time bomb here for Jimmy, since again, if he gets the flak half tech, things get very ugly for the Germans. But on the other hand, again, as long as he can't, things are pretty good for the Germans, since again, for the infantry, it's going to be absolute hell. Now go immediately suppressed, taking heavy damage as well. Back here, troop reinforcing healing. Could go for some Obersoldaten. Worth noting, neither side has yet to commit to a doctrine. I mean, he could, of course, go for the Valentine tank, which would add further pressure to the flak half track. But on the other hand, of course, mean there'd be no immediate further bigger armor pressure, which could still technically work out there for Jimmy. Technically, but not necessarily will. But Jimmy has still yet to commit to anything at this point. Special operations, Luftwaffe ground forces might be the pick. But then again, you can still go for Overwatch him just for the howitzer and the air support. I mean, like, it's no intention that Jaegers, noting by the way, of course, most Oberkommers players currently go for Jaeger like infantry recon, like in a bunch, like try and counter British infantry. Clearing up cover there. Trenches up as well. This is going to get tougher there for Jimmy. And the south point being seized. Moving up with the flak half track. Clearing up further lanes of fire there. Good use of the destroyed probability. Thumbs up to the keys done capture there. And we do get Luftwaffe ground force with jobs. It also has an escort ability. It also has Daniel Assault. Correct use of that one can make some quite good punchy attacks. Section out in the open, taking heavy damage. Small chance of wipe that thing. Concussive grenade in the sappers. The Sturmpanzer is focused on the retreating section here around the sappers. Small, well, complaint there, if you will. Destroying the trench, ground the centre victory, pointing northward, point being seized of the sections, and ground in there. And we got Obersoldaten out here for Jimmy. Nine kills.
Our capture point. They're
The
trying
south
to take
point
it.
being seized. That counts as the Obersoldaten. Maybe planning Fallschirmjägers for the FT-42s instead. I mean, those are really good assault infantry as well. May have a better chance of catching us now off guard, murdering it. Maybe not in the south, big infantry pushed here for the southern field point. Oh, you're going to go straight for the flak half with the AC. Perhaps it was bait there, but Jimmy maybe not. Needs to pop smoke though. Smoke! Ah, shite, and that's going to go down here. He might be able to get the AC, I guess, but probably not because he just popped smoke and is engaged.
The enemy is determined, and we are down to 300 points.
Got it, actually. I mean, that kind of ends up being a decent, you know, payoff here, as opposed to trade-off, but there's still the technical issue. He now doesn't have the flak half to deal with the British infantry. And the British have brought up machine gun to help deal with the German infantry. Still got the southern fuel point there as well. No needed counterattack here from Cheese Tongue Cuts. We've got more trenches up there. Nothing further going on there either. Should of course salvage these two for extra fuel, since that would allow, you know, maybe half a minute faster Panzer IV, which would be pretty good for the Germans. Also, I really think you should go for light infantry gun. Really overlooked, I think, weapon until... In general, I feel like light artillery tends to get overlooked a lot by players. But when you snipe here, section that pushes them back. Or not a big push against the section, tank through them with, well, just raw violence and concentrated firepower. We do get the fighter makes here for Jimmy. Banham gun in the sections. And of course, fighter makers with all 4 FT-42s are quite punchy, in particular some veterancy on them. They can really deliver some hard hits there. Sniper with 13 kills. Machine gun hosing away there. Forcing a retreat down Jimmy, going for the northern victory point. Landed quite nicely and didn't get killed by any squirrels on the way down. Grandma Ken now for take up there for Cheese Tongue Captain, goes for a Cromwell pretty fast. Of course, Jimmy's not far from the Panther IV. And of course, the British may decide they want the Comet back here to reinforcing healing. Still need to salvage these two. Surprised he isn't doing that. I mean, again, it would allow him to get notably faster there towards the Panzer IV Molotov, which you'd think would be like, you know, a pretty big goal. Fighting an ambush in the section, doing some heavy damage. Got the sniper there, proving to be a bit of a problem there for the Fallschirmjäger. Need to treat those Fallschirmjägers schnell. But yeah, definitely a bit of a miss here by Jimmy. In fact, if he'd gone his salvage, then he could actually by now be building the Panzer IV Molotov, which again would be a significant help on going for it half a minute later. Mines down there from the British, and there we go. We do get the Cromwell tank out for the British in the south. The second we have the point. We got full with the Stern Pioneers. Troops saying north at centre, troops reinforcing healing. Can go for the Panther from Molyneux. Of course, may decide they want the Panther instead. Oh, cancels the Cromwell. Looks like we're going to be seeing weapon racks first over the Cromwell, wanting some Bren guns out there, maybe some Piets as well. Trench they're being flanked. Thumbs up there to Jimmy. Machine guns in trenches are vulnerable to this since they can only cover certain arcs. There we go. Nice flank there by Jimmy and the Germans. And the Southeast Steel punch was the section. The concussive grenade to be pretty great. And there you go. Panther Molotov for Jimmy. Again, could have that out a bit sooner.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
There we go. Section going to retreat there. Folks need to retreat as well before they get absolutely ruined. We got 392 to 292. 100 victory point needed for Jimmy still. But definitely could have that tank out sooner. And there's also, I think, some other engagement that could perhaps have been handled a bit more cleanly. But that's just a minor detail for now, I suppose. But again, really should just salvage these two. Could again help them then get towards the next tank faster. I mean, 10 fuel is not something to scoff at, I'd argue. But it seems like Jimmy just doesn't care. Snipers heading out, and there you go. Panther will get out. Bit short on the munitions for the MG42 there to be pindle mounted. Lots of sandbags here on the cut point there. Panther going to deal with that, I imagine, or maybe not. Mines up here, lots of money from Cheese Tongue Cuts aggressively. 2 thumbs up for that, and there you go. Second quarter with the Panther 4.
Ready to do some damage.
Shoots the sandbags instead of the British. Pushing the center, fighting was up. Worth noting they have not been upgraded with the additional FT-42s. Also, they were not allowed to shoot. They're missing perhaps on some damage. Panther rolling ahead here for Jimmy and the German army. Still no sign of tanks there for Cheese Tongue Katze. Going ahead with the Panther 4, 6-pounder gun trying to deal with the Teutonic armoured threat. Trooping capacity, force retreat. And the Panther 4 disengaged as well there. Nice miss. Still surprised we haven't seen any light infantry guns here for Jimmy. Again, they do a lot here, particularly on a smaller map like Ulshanka. Light artillery tends to be quite excellent. Plus, there'd not be like a lot of easy counters for the British because the mortar emplacement actually tends to be countered by light infantry guns.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised at that one by Jimmy. And not a pleasant kind of surprise. But anyways, there you go. Section ambush for the Fallschirmjägers. Again, had he had like more FT-42s, that could have been more impressive ambush. But there you go. Fresh trench there by Cheese Tongue Cuts in the south section out of the Fulton communities. We got 363 was 260. Fixing the Panther 4 still hasn't salvaged any of these two wreckages. Well, we do get the line gun there for Jamie, finally. Again, could have that sooner, but you know, better late than never.
Ready and waiting.
Oh, you know, still a missed opportunity there, I think, to have it out. Not have it out sooner. Still a missed opportunity, but again, it is good as using it. But of course, they can actually make good use of it. Really should upgrade the Panther 4 and the Fallschirmjägers. Air reconnaissance smoke bombs active from Jimmy. Very nice there. Disrupts the Cheeston Cat's defense around the center. Thumbs up, line for aggressive push. Very good use of smoke there, actually. Very good. Like that. I like that. Good use of smoke to support an attack, I think, is a very good skill to have. Then it's a master, so good play there by Jamie. I think that was a really good use of the smoke there. Again, just completely confounded Cheeston Cat's defense of the center. As all of a sudden, you know, partly again, his main guns couldn't target. Plus, he had the front line with the sun were cut off. So really good there. Effectively bisected his front line. In the south, the British infantry could be dealt with by the Panther 4, maybe some supporting troops. Ooh, cleared out the Vegas, they can't get to it, but even then, there's experience lost, and then of course there's manpower, so that's the expense recruiting it. Section right in the south here, Jamie continues to exert great map control, still no armor. At this point, I imagine he must be planning like hammer attacks in the Comet tank here. He could also like go for tactical support for, say, the Churchill Crocodile, I guess. Even then, but still require him to like go for the hammer attack. Handle attack, there you go. We do get the hammer there for Jimmy. Right, hammer? Are we communists, Terence? No, it's just, you know, a reference to the good old hammer of the British Empire. The hammer of the British Empire? Well, you heard of it, right? Hammer of the Emperor. Isn't that Warhammer? Well, that's 40,000 years in the future. You don't have to worry about that.
We're losing a capture point.
Enemy troops reinforcing. Ground the point. Still no sign of docks in the air though. Full Cheeston Cats and the guards armoured. Troops reinforcing healing. Nice little bit of shooting there. Bit of smoke bombs again there from Jamie again. Partly again, I imagine set up for an attack, but also just reconnaissance against the other opponent is, and of course it's just really annoying. There you go, big push from infantry again, making the smoke to once more again, just frustrate the defensive Cheeston Catch, force to move the machine gun ahead. Which actually in this case seems to be working out, but even then, transport tank from the south, flanking the machine gun, still not pinning on machine gun. We do have the FD-42's extra ammo there. Fox makes it really good. You see the Vickers cleared out again. Second attack could be wiped out. Common away there. Really good push there by Jimmy. Again, we can get the machine still turned away. The British, that'd be pretty great. And there we go. Direct hit with line gun.
Heavy machine gun crew killed.
Clearing it out. He's going to crew it with Fallschirmjägers because doesn't anything else, I guess. Still, this is pretty good push there for Jimmy. And not the greatest one there for Cheeston Katze. Common there halfway down the south there, Panther 4. Pulsing meters and big repairs. Got the scrum powers nearby to fix that. Very good. We got 362 versus 215. Line for gun firing away. Just reinforcing healing. Line for gun being pushed back. Comet almost done.
There's a Comet tank ready to go.
There we go. Comet tank out. Getting the tank commander. Very good upgrade there.
Upgrade finished. Very handy.
Still, the British are able to capture the centre quickly. North side has been captured there. At least the victory point there. Still push over the Kedna after the Fallschirmjägers. Need some armed support. And I think one for actually, most of the imps are being sent northwards. So it looks like it's going to flank the centre. But with the Comet about, it's not being tough. Plus, we've got even more defensive from Cheeston Catch. We've got smoke bombs off from Jimmy though. Again, frustrating and obfuscating the British defence and bisecting them again. Got smoke bomb there by Jamie. Thumbs up though. Perhaps not a scope if you can't fill up and it's sufficiently fast enough. It also looks like he is planning for a Panther here. That or a King Tiger. King Tiger might be a tad ambitious here. Panther certainly would be a good pick versus the Comet. They could also arguably go for Jagdpanzer, which would be cheaper. And I think just as good in some cases, not better. Second inning shot to bits. Sniper there with 27 kills. In fact, about to hit the ace level. Still no pintle machine in the Panther 4. North they're pushing the victory point. There we get all three under control here of Jimmy and the Germans once more. Panther and the Comet. Damaging them, but the Panther 4's almost dogged out. In fact, the only things holding together is sauerkraut and belief in German engineering. Got the certified as well here from Cheeseton Katsu. Still has to go for the doctrine. Church being hammered there by British artillery. And turned into a tiny Monte Cassino apparently. Going for the cop one again with the Fallschirmjägers. Nice little push here, tripping force and healing. Really should salvage these. Common there, half health, but also half 8 to veteran 2-1. Panther 4 almost veteran 2-1. And considering the time for that, he's actually really done a lot. And again, you really should add the pinlock machine. Maybe not like be the thing to think about as a lot, but the pinlock machine actually has a nice amount of damage like any tank. But being caught by the British section with a Bren guns, need to fall back soon. Baker's flying away there, veteran 2-1, very nice. Having fuel being harassed again by the Fallschirmjägers. Giving their certainly a smooth operator to at least some degree. And still nothing there. I mean, he can still go for the Panther. But at this point, he may also become tempted to go for the King Tiger. Big push towards the center again. Jimmy just keeping initiative versus Cheeseton Katsu, striking a bit here to maintain, you know, a stable line here. And again, the smoke bombs constantly frustrate like Jimmy's Cheeseton Katsu's defenses, making it for Jimmy to punch through and bisect again. Basically just cutting down the force of small elements. There you go! Cheeseton Katsu turned the tables at least a bit there on Jimmy by smoking up his position. Again, slightly, you know, dealing with a bit there. You got smoke artillery called in as well there. Comet switching shake for the southern fuel point here to crash the Fallschirmjäger. There you go. Ludwig's taunt of just flatten under the Comet's treads. Artillery fire raining down. And Jimmy is forced to abandon here the position by the car point. Still, Cheeseton Katsu in a rather desperate state. He's down 148, falling to 7. His opponent's a much larger force. And Jimmy there going for the Panther. The Panzer comes back in 5th.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Definitely going to get tough here. Up north here, got foot by the northern victory point there. Lots of back and forth action. Fortunately for action, we got the Panther moving in. Still not pinning up machine gun. Still none. Conquering up here, quickly mistake. Yeah, that looks to be a mistake here by, I think, Jimmy. Push the Panther forward far ahead with no spot. There you go. He does have the Comet Blitz, but we do have emergency war speed as well to allow him to theoretically catch up with one suit. Ooh, machine gun there. Ooh, that could get wiped out there. With a bit of bad luck for Jimmy, or a bit of good luck for Cheeseton Katsu. Depending on how you view that one, obviously. Land from 4 kills off H22. Need to fix up the Panther 4 and still need to salvage these two, I feel like. In fact, if we do that again, he would also get relatively fast towards, say, a second Panther. And 2 Panthers versus Cheeseton Katsu could possibly be what you'd call a GG. Centaur here for Cheeseton Katsu, and that's going to take it at this stage. Got those of the infantry, obviously, but also shows something potential of airborne assaults. But obviously, less great versus the tanks. But again, great versus the infantry. There you go, great hit by the Comet, almost annihilates an entire Volkskommandeer squad. He's stinging blow there to Jimmy, but could have been worse. Could have been worse. A lot worse. Saber sending out, Centaur halfway done. Trenches here. Very good. Using the southern victory point. Panther holding back. No pinlock machine being added to that one. Obviously, it may be at this point in terms of set munitions for the airborne assault, which, you know, makes sense, but I mean, those machine guns really aren't good. Anyway, Centaur almost done here. Being very cautious with the Panther, doesn't apparently want to like reveal to his opponent he has one at the moment. There goes Centaur out for the British. Smoke bombs again, me also speaking, wants to keep the certain nations at all times. But the stupid smoke comms, I mean, that makes sense as well. Then get the aircraft there. Wait, thrusters again defense. Bisects parts of it. Panther going in, looks like assault being planned up north here, though I think he should have waited a bit with the smoke. I think the smoke in this case was called in too soon. I think Cheeseton had too much time to respond to the attack. And that's an also important thing when it comes to like using smoke screens. It's also a matter about timing. There, Gobble's using the Panther 4 here. Empty pushing up against the trench here. Panther 4 lost. Didn't pull it back far enough. That's definitely not great here for the Germans, but great for the British. yeah, definitely could have coordinated attack just a bit better. Also, the Sunvex bombing use by the British. Very good. There were Cheese Tonkatsu looking for any opportunity to seize, and he seizes them. Now, could have salvaged that with Robert. So far, again, it seems like he's not big on salvaging overall. Which is great for the British, who still hasn't chosen a doctrine here. I mean, you're half an hour into the game and the British players still yet to choose a doctrine. And we see some Northern Point here. And at this point, I mean, maybe like Royal Artillery for the perimeter watch, that could be pretty annoying. Or I guess Commander Regiment for air supremacy, or assault on water cover could also be pretty good in there. Yeah. Something there, I guess. Smoke bombs again. This time it got down, but it did drop off its payload. Sniper almost taken out there with a lightning gun. Close, but not quite close enough to like constitute a close shave, I suppose.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Panther rushing southwards. I mean, he's got the fuel for a second Panther, so he saves up the manpower. I mean, 2 Panthers again could constitute a significant headache for the British if used correctly. 299, there's 137. Cheese Tonkatsu and the Guard Sergeant still behind them in that regard. 6-pounder gun here up for firepower as the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Pride of the Vaterland. Kills on that chap. Sniper with 34 kills, that's pretty good. Sappers on the way there for the British. Bit of a standoff here, bit of quiet.
Standing by. Send orders.
We'll have to see what Jimmy's planning here versus the British. Got a Morton placement up. Jimmy finally going for some artillery zone. I mean, Cheese Tonkatsu is not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. And again, smaller map just makes the Morton placement better. Just placing some of these and gets a cover up with pots. Smokes in from the light infantry gun. Nice bit of evolution of his tactics. Smoking out the trench. Again, timing wise, could have been a bit better timing there. I think he's not doing much with it, so it just, you know, doesn't do much. Smoke's been filling up here. Someone from the aircraft. Same place? I don't know, that seems a bit excessive.
Losing a capture point.
And again, indicates there might be some issues with the plan. But anyways, Panting heading for the Comet, kissing it there. Cantoning on this, the Comet, 6 guns coming up, focusing the forts there. Fighting advancing through the thick fog there deployed by Jimmy.
Trying to take one of our points.
Getting straight into the centre there, which completely cuts apart Friedrich. Bun grenade the trench, almost takes up the second, hold up the trench here, focusing heavy losses from the centre as well. Attack here from Jimmy is not quite going as smooth as he'd like, I imagine. Fighting man to occupy the trench, taking out a fire here. Panther there, still got no machine gun. Fighting when we can here. Not touch with the shooting at because apparently not doing a lot of damage. There you go again. Panther the second off multi retreat now before they get wiped, I think. I don't think they're going to retain that position much longer. Mortar from the British, multiple from there. Go aircraft called in against, crashes down here, almost hitting something of the British, but luckily for Cheese Tonkatsu, does not happen. Machine up support as well here. The Kevin caught in a bad spot here. The British army is on the offense in the south here, going for the southern fuel point. Still no doctrine for the British. Panther falling back here, half 8 direction 2-1. Smokes in there, very nice. Very nice. Panther there. Need to get this thing out there, but Panther been fixed up. Again, it looks like he's either going for another Panther Jagdpanzer at this point, I guess. But he may have to go for a Panther, I don't know. That said, he needs to be more mindful of his manpower, which the sniper's going to suddenly make it tougher. They've got 35 kills, getting caught and well, he's been sniped. Shots on the Comet, they've got 32 on that one, 21 kills. Very good handling of the Comet so far. Flying Cheese Tonkatsu and the British Army are all, but still no doctrine. Still nothing there. I mean, at this point, I think perimeter watch be that is relative for perimeter could be just very strong, since again that point we just shot down any counter-attack from Jimmy very hard. Smoke bombs again. Aircraft shut down again. Looks like losing a lot of pilots all of a sudden here. Taking out 4 of them so far. Assault moving forwards here. Van Hunt in the trenches. Panther going for a deep dive. I mean, right now the wasted. Yeah, we go. There we go. We do get perimeter watch. It's down to one. Like, he's not going to pick that because right now Jimmy seems to like almost be setting up for it like perfectly. There you go. 25 raining down. The world's exploding around German infantry here. As British roll until she's shattering them. Panther taking hits. The fucking thing almost wiped out here. There we go. Further hits on the Panther. And with that, Jimmy's assault here rather got stopped in its tracks. Under an absolute serenade here from Cheese Tonkatsu. Getting snapped the Panther forwards. It's now about 40 kills. They've been quite some work there versus the Germans. So that pretty much put a stop there to the Germans. Stop. We got 235 to 137. Not enough music for another one anytime soon, but even then it's obviously going to be like a hanging threat now in Jimmy, and he'll somehow come up with counter-tactics for that. We'll ever see though if Cheese Tonkatsu does the same thing with the Doctor. I mean, probably not a man-time tank, but like the Sexton could be an idea to hit the points forward, or just some other artillery abilities. Like we can't call in the units now because he doesn't have enough population. Comet there is slowly approaching Metzing fleet, but only very slowly. Panther being fixed up. Still no closer to any additional armor due again to the significant manpower losses he is suffering. Changing up there. 41 kills on the sniper. Man goes up north, goes for deep flank there. Smoke bombs again. This time I think a bit better coordinated, but the aircraft still gets shot down here by the center. 5 aircraft now plucked from the skies here. Panther moving in. Okay, gets it. Oh, misses the center. Panther lands here. Trench being short there. Just so many trenches though from the British player. Like, I would not be surprised if it sounds like he's built like something like 10 trenches, if not more. The southern machine getting flanked over the British push. Got northern Sun Victor point under German control. And again, so many trenches. He's got to built at least like 10 of them. 215 to 34. Getting fire from the Comet. Another trot there for Jimmy. Is he playing for the King Tiger now? I don't think that's a particularly great timing or situation for a attempt to King Tiger there by Jimmy. I mean, I can understand the logic of it, like, you know, maybe a big tank could push through for him, but it's going to take so much time to get there, particularly with his manpower issues, that I'm not entirely sure it's going to be, like, you know, practical for him to try and go for the King Tiger. Particularly now that the British player has control of the victory points. And has them under cover perimeter. Oh, what meaning by the time he gets the King Tiger, like then tries to make a push for it, it's like just going to get drowned out by British artillery, quite explosively so. So I don't know. There you go, the mechanized ring there for Jimmy and the 107th Panzer Brigade. Mechanized regiment. Trench. Again, another trench. He's also putting quite a bit of manpower, but at this point, he's from more until reason, like he can't get anything else. And it's a big push on the south to get the victory point there, of course. Perimeter will kick off any moment. He has to make the push fast, get to the victory point fast. So he's going to get like shattered under a, well, you know, voluminous storm of steel.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
There we go. Perimeter watch activated. Super punched up. Pampling forwards. If we can hammer down the points here. Almost got a section of Bren gun drop. We can't pick it up though. It's now retreating. So it's gun moving in. Until just keeps hounding the German infantry. Forced to retreat though, obviously. We got 148 to 130. Pampling forward to keep coming in as the artillery keeps following them. Grim Reaper. with a British accent with very yellow teeth. Anyways, Panther falling back here.
Awaiting orders. Tank and crew ready to go.
It's got 130, it's 130. It's reinforcing healing. $121, that's
Capture point is
130.
being overrun.
I mean, Jimmy's plan for the King Tiger is exceedingly difficult against him because of the manpower. Like, he has the fuel, no problem, but like the problem is his infantry's getting bled out so badly. Like, he has to come to place him, so he can't easily go for the King Tiger. So, I think if you just push for like more medium tanks than he could have, that I think is purely academical at this point.
Do as commanded.
Enemy causing trouble. Try
Time
to
to the
take one
Comet,
out
Comet
points.
halfway to Veteran 3. Same then plans a decent hit. At least the Parental Watch is no longer active. 40, smoke bombs off. Now the aircraft shot down. Pushing 40, desperate push here by Jimmy against the British. Charging over the hill into the trenches.
We're losing a capture point.
Just like Grandpa did. Anyways, looks like getting murdered here though.
Wellington's finest ready.
In this case, met by the Santon insufficient armoured support for the infantry. He's routed. We got 81, that's 130. Panther lands a nice hit there. Half H 52 on that one. No, it cancels that. 77, that's 130.
Reports coming in suggest the enemy is down to 75 points.
75. 5 to make it routed here. Great hit from the anti-tank, another Panther piercing the 80
Enemy action has
millimeters of
destroyed
slipped
our forward
armour.
position.
Very close to on that mortar emplacement. Line for gun FNC3 with 10 kills. Smoke bombs again, the machine getting sniped here. We got 50 kills on that sniper. Aircraft shot down, crashing into the road.
Damned enemies trying to take a point
And
from
there
us.
you go, GG, game over, as Jimmy realises this is over. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on, and tell a friend, tell a family. Don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.